Hello everybody, welcome to Indigo Tarot Odyssey. I want to thank you so much for all your beautiful comments and your words of praise and your warm hugs, your virtual hugs, and everything you guys have been getting up to. You are amazing. And patrons, I want to let you know tonight and tomorrow morning I'll be working on that great free tutorial that it's just going to be a surprise because I'm so excited. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to sleep tonight. I rarely come across information that just obviously has a huge shift in my perception of things and works. I have been using some of these techniques throughout the day and I'm like, my mind is blown. So I'm going to do it methodically so it makes sense to you guys tomorrow too, and then I'm going to incorporate it as a very inexpensive course for the rest of you. It'll just be tapings of me talking. There'll be cards and fun stuff to look at as well, but I want this knowledge to get out there so you guys can, have compatibility with people you might not have it with, have people be devoted to you, have people start looking at you as their future wife, spouse, soulmate, mother of their children. All this stuff, it is just remarkable. So I'm very excited to be able to do that for you guys very, very soon. But tonight I have this great topic. It's how can I magnify and multiply my best traits? And what are they? We all have these natural abilities we're not even aware we have sometimes, but it's a high on the attraction factor, or it makes people very comfortable or charmed by us, relaxed. It's very important. That one thing in my life ever since I've been young is I always knew who felt uncomfortable, who felt comfortable, who had high self-esteem, who had a self-confidence issue, who had whatever. Like I could read that like a book. And sometimes different things are charming. Like I was always drawn to people that had anxiety or a little bit of social fear because I always thought it was adorable, and I am the exact opposite of that. I mean, you could put me in a room with 1,000 people and be like, yay, people, I get to meet people. Of course, I'd have to rest for 365 days after that, but it's one of those, you know what I mean? We all have these funny, quirky things, and some of them are very attractive. So we're going to try to pull out what's attractive in you and how you can magnify that. So we're going to have a 3-card choice. And number 1 is going to be worthy. Number 2 is going to be sexuality. And number 3 is going to be immunity. So these are, of course, gorgeous Cheryl Lee Harnish's Return to Spirit cards. So I'm going to let you choose either the fractal that attracts you, like this image is gorgeous to me, the wording, or the number that the card falls in. And then we're going to begin. I'm very excited. Again, this is how can I magnify or multiply my natural abilities and best traits, and what perhaps they might be. So we're going to start with number 1, which is worthy. We all have these magnificent individual attributes about ourselves, and I can't stipulate enough how important it is to be 100% your authentic self, because then you're never uncertain. You know what I mean? I can't explain it. Sometimes it comes with age. Sometimes it just comes with discovering certain things. A lot of people, it's a life-changing book, funnily enough. They'll read something like this course that I just got today. This is a life changer for me. This just brought out my potential book, because I had all these theories and I know a lot about relationships, but this cemented some things and covered aspects that I needed work on. And as soon as I implemented them, how well they worked was just left me just gobsmacked. So I'm like so excited about to get these things going. I'm so stoked. So worthy. You are one of the loving spirits who has come to be of service to humanity in this lifetime. This strong desire and need to give to your fellow man is embedded deep within your soul's blueprint. You play an important role in this cosmic plan. This card has come to you today as Spirit's way of giving you a much-needed reminder that you hold a great worth and value. You can no longer question whether you are worthy or whether you have value in this world. We all look to our physical world for confirmation. We question whether we are good enough, we're wanted, we're needed. We want the world to tell us that we're doing well and that it wants what we have to offer. But your value and worth cannot come from anyone or anything outside you. Just as you are right now in this moment, you are enough. It is time for you to begin to understand your own worth and value. Spirit is asking that you start now to understand just how important you are. Begin by asking yourself, how much would you value someone who was kind to you as you are to others? If you met a person whose inner heart was as caring and loving as yours, would you value them in your life? If someone gave you as you give to others, wouldn't you value it? Of course you would. You need to see yourself as yourself. See how valuable you really are. Your worth does not come from what you do or how you behave. Your worth comes from the fact that you are part of of God's source. Once you fully realize this, you will play an invaluable role helping others to discover their own worth too. So this group 100% has a very giving, loving, warm nature. Now, part of these things, when we do that, you become very charismatic. People love when they're sort of looked upon kindly. You know, when you make others feel good about themselves, that's a huge thing. Some people are so self-involved, they simply don't have the time nor the inclination to do that. And I'll tell you what, that person will easily be forgotten, because if people easily overlook or forget you, that kind of has a mirror effect later on. If you make somebody feel warm and beautiful, like the old adage is, you know, people might not necessarily remember what you do or say, but they are definitely going to remember how you make them feel. And I've had interactions with people that decades later stick with me because they were so wonderful or amazing, or went out of their way to make me feel good, comfort me, or just give this gift of themselves through time or attention. You know what I mean? Things like that. Like, for instance, the author of this book, I just mentioned to her, I love your cards, on Instagram, and she was so lovely. Like, she got back to me right away and said, I'm so honored that you use and like my cards. I mean, I really respect that. I do that for others, but I don't always expect people to behave that way. You know what I mean? And you do, and value yourself for doing that and going anyway. You're the one who will handwrite a note that says, thank you, I appreciate this gift, or whatever. You put a lot of thought into cards, things like that. It's very, very sweet. So we're going to also have a trigger versus true statement. The trigger statement is, I'm so worried, but the true statement is, I have the solution. Slowing down and listening to your inner voice will provide you with direction and purpose. Absolutely, you can slow down, you can hear what others are saying, what they might need, and you can garner information from that. It's very important. So I don't know what's going on with that. I need to do something very quickly. My computers and all my stuff get like a little jammed up here. I'm feeling too, I'm hearing that you have a lot of charisma. You know, charismatic people are very approachable. They'll be the ones that are smiling, using expressive hand gestures, joking around. These characteristics look approachable because they are approachable. So keep that up too. I mean, sometimes you don't even know you're doing it, but it is a lovely, absolutely lovely and charming way to be. So we got another card that is Life Review. Archangel Jeremiel. Take inventory of your life and resolve to change or heal anything that is unbalanced. So I feel some of this group, you may be sometimes at over giving, over reflective of how somebody perceived you. And it's really strange how unimportant that really is. If it's not, like I state a lot, I'm lucky that I don't really mind or care what others think of me or perceive me, or my personal taste or how I look or anything like that. The only thing I really care about is insofar as how I've treated them. You know what I mean? Because that's a reflection of humanity to me, that we listen and we care. And I feel like that's part of your skill set that you're going to work on, and you're going to be able to change it. Listen, if I did a life review right now, I would be proud of who I am and what I do, and I can disregard all those little jabs by people that are attention seeking or in a lower vibration. They really don't need to partake in my reality, you know, and you're going to be able to close the blinds on them. That's really good, and that's going to help you heal, because you're going to realize some of your past hurts, or what you see as deficits, aren't you. That's somebody's interpretation of you, because they're lacking esteem or balance themselves, right? It's their energy. So you also got the Trust card, which is nice. And I feel I don't even need to really go in to read the book. This is just basically about you knowing that your present situation is determined by your past actions, right? So to change your future requires you to just make different decisions today. So live life like every moment is a miracle, and remember that one door closes, another one is going to open. We know our time's limited. We're not going to waste it living someone else's life. You're going to follow your heart and your intuition, because you know that life unfolds at the best possible time, and you're trusting in it. So that's one of your beautiful attributes, and that's going to happen more and more and more. You're going to trust in this. You're going to listen to your inner dialogue and your soul's purpose, knowing that you have this. And I thought this was funny. I wanted to add these two because they're so cute. I thought it was hilarious because quality time, it says overtime, waste of time, play time, quality time. You're going to make space in your life to spend quality time with your family. You're going to value every precious minute you get to spend with your most cherished but often overlooked and taken for granted peeps. I vow to make the most of it all, provided I get to choose what we're doing. honest to goodness, I love spending time with my family so much. But if it's movie day or whatever, and I'm like, if those freaking losers think we're watching this again, like I honestly will start an all-out warfare, like street fight in my head over who's watching what and why. So you know what I mean? It's like time goes quickly with our family, so I feel that's something that you're going to change and cherish more as well. So that's your energy, you guys, and your messages to group 1. And feel free to watch all of them. They're only like 5 minutes, and they have funny little tidbits in all these cards, and you know, some of it may resonate with you. So if you're new to the channel, welcome, and don't forget to press like and subscribe, and also the notification bell so you know when all the new videos come in. All my links are down below. Anything you can imagine, my Etsy store with all my jewelry, every single thing, my Instagram. Come see me on Instagram. It's SparkChrist11. And it's really fun and fantastic over there. And also, if you guys are really into beautiful relationship reads, go see Cherry Enchantress, because she's phenomenal with that. And listen, if any of you guys leave any nasty messages on any of my friends' sites, I'm coming for you, because it's not a nice thing to do. It's ridiculous. It's petty. It's mean-spirited. If you have an issue with a reader because you don't like their style or cards, it's absolutely ridiculous to insult them on an epic scale. So all you guys out there, you better just watch it, because I've got names and I got skills. Liam, whatever his name is, style. I will find you and I will kill you. No, I'm just kidding, but everybody seriously lay off. So now we're on to number 2, sexuality. Let's see what's going on with that. I wonder if that's your skill set. I haven't seen this card yet. This should be good. Her writing is so beautiful. I love her. So it says, your sexuality is just as important as any other aspect of your being. It's so important, in fact, that no one but 2 chakras manage to maintain your sexual energy. Loving sexual contact is vital for your emotional, physical, and energetic well-being. It can be one of the greatest pleasures and joys being incarnated in a human body. You are being asked to look at your desires, your beliefs, or wounds around your sexual needs. If you're feeling inadequate, unwanted, or unattractive, then it's time to begin a regime of self-love. It's time to restore any low self-worth and negative programming you have about your physical body. Unless you guys, I'm going to share this. I have some friends over the decades that are so remarkably beautiful on the interior and exterior, and honestly, some of their things where they decide all of a sudden why they're not sexually attractive is so out of this world crazy to me, and it's so untrue. So a lot of times it's some warped, it's almost like body dysmorphia. It's that type of thing. Really, it's all about just, you know, sensuality and warmth and caring, and a lot of it is about self-confidence. So that's what I feel like you're coming into, you guys, and this is actually part of what is attractive about you and what you can work on too, that you do have this natural sensuality, you know what I mean? So I'm going to go into that in a second, because I want to read this last thing. So this card can also be indicative of neglecting your intimate and sexual connection with your partner. Perhaps it's the opportunity to resurrect the feelings of desire and attraction that you once shared. It could also be letting you know that it's important to make an intimate life part of your priority, because it's basically about being playful. It's invigorating, right? No matter your age. So get your sexy on and wear it proudly. We all, you know, it's an integral part of who we are. We are sexual beings. So let me see who's helping you here. This angel's helping you right here with all of this. Angel therapy. Archangel Raphael, give your cares and worries to us angels and allow us to take your burdens. This is a step back, super deep breath moment of, guess what? Things work in cycles. Sometimes we are busting at the seams, Sophia Loren, sensual, and other days we are Mama June or whatever that woman is. You know what I mean? We just some days feel and some days we don't, and it comes back around. But I definitely feel like one of your attributes is really good self-confidence at times. I feel like you like the color red. That is the color of attraction. And it's funny, there's been tests on that. According to one study, it was like done at University of Manchester, men spent 7.3 seconds longer staring at images of red lipstick on women than those with pink lipstick, and 2.2 and those that wore no lipstick. If you want to catch someone's eye or fill them with sexy thoughts, crimson is the way to go. And if I feel something else you're good at is eye contact. I feel that you are someone where you're talking to someone, you like to look at them. And that is really a super warming, ingratiating way to connect with somebody. You ever just look at somebody and all of a sudden you feel like you know them? It doesn't take a long time to look at them to know that. But there's something about that eye-to-eye contact that really helps. You know what I mean? Yeah, and resolution. I feel like you're going to easily, one of your great attributes is you can come to a resolution with things. You don't like to be in conflict mode, so you're like, listen, you start to think logically. How can we solve this? You're not holding grudges lately. You're able to let them go and reconnect with people on a level where you both can just be adults and say, look, I said or did this, it didn't come out right, I was in this mood, can we, let's move on. I love and respect you and you're my friend, and you're able to do that. And that's huge, because some people will hang on to stuff, you know what I mean? And that's not good. It can be very relationship damaging when you hang on to that stuff. So we're not going to do that. We're going to do this. Roots. I remember where I came from, for better or for worse. I'm grateful for the person I've become, either because or despite of my upbringing. As I move through life, I keep growing and changing, but I can't marvel at the magnitude of my journey without reflecting on where it all began. And this is your beautiful, warm family thoughts. And I feel like definitely part of your strength derives from your family connections to your brothers, sisters, nieces, nephews, aunts, that you're connected to that, and it's part of your strength, and you like to talk about your family, and you are respectful of that family unit, and that's charming. I love when people talk up their family because it's a show of warmth and respect. So that's you, group 2, and feel free to watch group 3 as well, or all of them. They all have different messages that may resonate. So if you're new to the channel, thank you. Don't forget to press like and subscribe. All my links are down below for private reads. They take precedence. I do them within 24, 48 hours. I'm on Instago, and that's just a quick text thing. I love that service because I get right back to you, and we find the answers right away. And also come see me over on Instagram at SparkCrystal11. We do so much fun things over there, and it's a crazy tribe of like-minded people, and they're all like healers and light workers and readers, and they're just awesome. They're people that are bright lights in the cosmos, and I adore them. You guys, you just are amazing. All you amazing people over there. So let's do a quick. I wanted to do this for your trigger versus true. I need to escape, but your true statement is, I am present. The root of the issue for you will make itself known. Be open to information and receive from your body, mind, and environment. Yes, when you're present, answers are going to come to you. I like to do those for each group because I feel like they're very healing and powerful. So now we're on to number 3, which is immunity. Let's see what's going on in there. This group right now, I feel too, has a lot of integrity. I'm feeling that you say you're going to do what you want to do. You do what you say you're going to do. That's very important. You value your long-standing connections and friendships, and you write letters, you connect with people, you condolence letters. You're all about staying connected, and you have a lot of integrity, and you stand up for your friends. You're a person to be reckoned with, for sure. I get that strong. I wonder what, I don't know if I read the immunity card. So the immunity card comes when we are feeling as though we are under attack. You may be experiencing disagreements or arguments. Perhaps you're feeling belittled, unworthy, or misunderstood. Whatever the case may be, there is a feeling of the need to protect yourself. Sometimes these feelings may not even involve an individual person, but can be perceived at the world at large. Yeah, I feel like you are a person with a lot of empathy, sympathy, and love, but I also feel you may be an indigo or star seed, so you're very sensitive, and sometimes the world is just an ungracious place. Let's face it, sometimes there are a lot of takers out there. They just want. They feel free to criticize. Every once in a while, I'll put on E-News or whatever, and I see some of those Californian people, and they're so vacuous and empty. Their whole day consists around what kind of coffee smoothie they're going to have and what they're going to wear, and I can do it for like 5 seconds, and then I'm like, how are people so vapid and just taking up space? You know what I mean? And I feel like you feel that sometimes. But again, this card is saying, make yourself immune to that. It offers you a layer of protection from the negative energy surrounding any situation. You're going to be able to respond and take action in positive manners because you're going to see the bigger picture and help resolve matters very easily. Just like our physical body builds immune system, energetically, you're building a healthy response system to negative experiences and people around you. So you're not going to be affected the same way. And you're going to magnify that because you're going to recognize it. Their energy, not mine. Here you go. I lovingly send it back to you. Especially people that are just empty-headed, empty-souled. We don't have the time for it anymore. And a good way to remember this is breathe. Archangel Raphael says, take several deep breaths. I'm going to do that right now too. Just one. When I get responsive to like our protection mode, I get very head up. I get like, I said this morning, like freaking, I love Quentin Tarantino so much, and I'm a lot like him when I get jammed out or enthusiastic about a project. I almost speak another language. I need to breathe and calm down, and so shall all of us, okay? So exhale slowly to awaken your energy and release old patterns. You are going to release them, and you are going to get the immunity card that says, I can totally respond. You know, my body can heal itself on a cellular level. My brain can gain a healthy form of protection from the inside. I don't need to energetically wear a shell of protection on the outside. It's just going to form. Those around you are going to feel the shift in your energy too. So you're going to feel more accepting, open to letting others into your personal world, because you're going to feel divinely guided and protected, which is great. And rose petals, I love that card. I'm not sure really what the book says about that. I want to take a quick peek. It's about being one with the natural flow and rhythms of life. All in my life comes to fruition at the most perfect time, and I am guided by the power of the universe and the power of all heaven and earth. I now move forward with confidence and ease. And I feel like part of your natural graces and stuff is you're able to move through things calmly and with ease, and you don't get all these blockades and barriers that some people do. You're not getting wrapped up in that because you decided, you know, to be calm and be happy is so much simpler, right? So here is your trigger versus true. I am not supported is your trigger on false. You know, that's your false statement. Your true statement is, I move forward with divine grace. Take comfort and know that you are supported. Nurture your inner child and connect with the earth. So this is all about feeling supported, and you do. And when you do feel that, you move through everything with beautiful ease. And I also feel like you have very strong intuition right now. There's times when we have to let go of logic and trust our feelings. And this is a time for you, and you're trusting it. And because you're paying attention to how you feel on the inside, you're going to find a lot of courage and faith right now. So that's your group. Wonderful energy. So if you enjoy this video, don't forget to press like and subscribe. And all my links are down below for private reads. They take precedence. I get to them right away. My Instagram, come see me on Instagram. I'm SparChrist11, and we do so much fun stuff over there. Crazy fun tribes. They make me laugh. I spend like hours over there. It's such a good time. I mean, it can be a total like time tunnel where I'm like, oh my God, hours have gone by, but it's worth it. It's a good time to learn things and have a release on the seriousness of life as well too. So love and light to you guys. You are the absolute best, brightest people out there, and just know that, you know, once you conceive that you can achieve, you're going to receive.